Right guys, so we're going to do, for our last lesson this half term, a bit of 3D trigonometry that is mixed in with surface area and volume. Now, you did a bit of this on the last PSHE day, okay, but you weren't with me when you did that. So, if we're going to find the volume of the prism, first thing we're going to have to do is label the information that we've got. So we know E to H is 22 centimetres. I know that E to F is 8 centimetres. And I know FBH, which is that angle there, F to B to H, is an angle of 63 degrees. So what I need to know is if I'm going to find the volume of the prism, I need the three sides. I've got the width, I've got the depth, I need the height. So if I look at this little triangle, and sometimes a highlighter helps you just to kind of visualize what's actually going on in these sorts of questions. So you've got this triangle here, okay, which is stood up in the middle of our shape. So I know there's my right angle, okay? If I redraw that shape, then what I've got is that this angle here is 63 degrees. And I need to find that side there. Now, if I'm going to do that, using SOHCAHTOA, I need one more piece of information, okay? Remember, there's always two sides and an angle involved. So if I'm going to do that, I need to find one of those two sides. So either the diagonal from B to H, which I've got now more information about, or the diagonal from F to H. So if I draw this triangle that I've got on the bottom here, okay, the one lying on the base of our shape, what I've got is a triangle where the short side there is 8, all the way across the bottom is 22, and we want to find that side there. So this one we can actually work out using Pythagoras. So on this side, I've got the square root of 22 squared, add 8 squared. If you chuck that into your calculator, you're going to get 23.4. So that means side Y is 23.4. And now if we compare that to this triangle, the yellow one that we were looking at, we've just worked out the line from F to H. So that is the base of this triangle here is now 23.4. And I've now got all the information about this I need to be able to work out the height of our shape. So there's not a huge amount of space in these boxes, guys, so you are just going to have to do them on a bit of paper. So on this one, I've got from my angle, this side is opposite. This one's adjacent, this one's hypotenuse. So if I've got O and I'm looking for A, I'm on the tower part of a triangle. Okay, so if I want the adjacent, I need to do opposite divided by tan of the angle. So we're going to do 23.4 divided by tan 63. That's going to give me 11.9. So the height of my shape is now 11.9. But it does mean I've now got all three pieces of information I need to find the actual volume of my shape. I'm just going to fold this out so that's nice and right. So I've now essentially got a cuboid that we now has a height of 11.9. We know it's got a width of 22 and we know it's got a depth of 8. So if I want the volume, all I'm going to do is multiply those three sides together. I get a volume of 2094.4 and it's centimetres cubed. Okay, so 2094.4 centimetres cubed. Okay, so you can see these sorts of questions have a whole lot going on with them, okay? Don't panic if you can't get to the end of the sheet, okay? It's literally to have a go at some and make sure that you can do them. Second example we're going to do is a surface area one, okay? You may for the time being want to stick to just the cuboid questions on the top two rows, and we might end up coming back to the other one. But if I look at example 2 then, so this time you're looking for the surface area of a prism. So if I'm going to do surface area, I still need to know the three sides. So I've got E to H is 23, C to G, let me move this back out of the way again. C to G is this height here, is 17. And then CEG, so this angle here, is 25. Okay, and what we're going to do is we basically need to find a missing length. So we need the depth of our shape. Now, if I'm going to find the depth of this shape, I need this triangle on the bottom to be able to work it out, which means I need the other missing length from the triangle. So I'm going to use, first of all, this one here. Okay, so I'll highlight it again, see if it helps stand out. I'm going to use this triangle that's standing up in the middle of my cuboid. So I've got this triangle. I know the height is 17 and I know the angle is 25. And I need to find, sorry, I got a bit distracted then. I need to find this side here so that I can use it with this bottom triangle. So I'm going to try and find that side there, which means I've got opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse, which means what I want is I have the opposite and I want the adjacent. So again, this is a tower triangle. Okay, so this time I'm looking for the adjacent. So opposite divided by tan of the angle. So I'm going to do 17 divided by tan 25 to give me that bottom length there. So 17 divided by tan 25 is going to give me 36.457. Okay, so that is that length across the bottom of this triangle here. Okay, so if I now draw out that bottom triangle, what I've got is a base of 23, a diagonal length of 36.457, and we're trying to find this short side here, so we're now trying to find this side. Okay, now on this one, there's my right angle, so I'm doing Pythagoras again. This time I'm going to do the bigger side squared, subtract the shorter side squared. That's going to give me a length of 28.3 centimetres. So what I've now essentially got is I've got a cuboid where I know the width is 23, the height is 17, and we've just worked out that the diagonal length, or sorry, the depth of our shape is 28.3. So I've got all the information I need to find surface area. Now, a quick reminder of surface area. Best thing with cuboids is to label the faces as A, B and C. Now what you want to do is you want to find the area of each of A, B and C, and just remember that A is going to be repeated twice, B is going to be repeated twice, and C is repeated twice. So for A, you've got 23 by 17. That's going to give me 391. B is then 23 times 28.3. That's going to give me 650.9. And then face C is 28.3 by 17. That's going to give me 481.1. So I've now got the area of the three faces that you can see, but remember there's two of each of those faces if you take account for the sides that you can't see, in which case my surface area is equal to 2 lots of the numbers that I've got there. Okay, and all we're going to do is type that into a calculator. So you've got 2 lots of 391 plus 650.9 plus 481.1. That gives us 3046 exactly. And this time, because it's surface area, it's centimetres squared as opposed to last time being centimetres cubed. Okay, so they are a little bit trickier. Just give them a go, see how much you can do as best you can. Any problems, let me know, guys. Otherwise, have a good half term.